Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy.
Oh, I wasn't planning. Yeah, I was busy,
To make a long story
actually.
short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
Ooh, the Knights are as busy as ever.
Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. Neither myself nor any of the Mondstadt garrison are able to catch a moment of peace. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
The Fatui?
The Lawrence clan.
But who are the Lawrence clan?
That's Eula's family,
There was
right?
a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land.
I think we got bits and pieces of this before, but I think the main families are Jean's family, which is the Gunhilder, I don't know how to pronounce that. Lawrence, which should be Eula's family, and then there's Diluc's family, which I forgot what his family is.
The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today.
Lady Vanessa, the first Dandelion Tights. I'm looking at you. I've read that story a couple of times about the legend of Vanessa. I'd love to learn more about her.
The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
So there we go.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
Oh my god.
We suspect
Jumping the
as
gun
much,
there a little.
though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter.
So yeah, I remember the period when Eula was actually getting a lot of hate due to basically what her family from how we're going here, it's been ages since this happened. This didn't happen 1 year ago. This didn't happen 10 years ago. This seems to have happened from the time from before Venti was even a being. Because we're talking about the age of Vanessa and the first Dandelion Knight, or Dandelion Tights, as we like to call them here. Right, guys? So it was really just baseless hate. People are just looking for anything to hate on Genshin Impact nowadays, honestly. And I'm not going to go on that whole tirade again, but I'm going to just leave it at that. But it's honestly so silly to blame a child for something that their ancestors did. It's like going around and attacking white people on the streets because their ancestors had slaves. I mean, come on. Nobody's doing that. Like, we should know by now that we cannot blame the child for the sins of the parent. Because they're not literal copies of the parent. They're a different being entirely. They can have a different self and even oppose said parent. We don't want to get into that debate right now. But yeah, that was a whole stupid argument for hating on Eula when she was first announced and they found out our history. Cancel Eula right now. We can't have this. No. But yeah, why us? Why us?
Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames.
I don't think...
We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase.
Right, so I don't think she's talking about a specific person here. I thought from the way, because I've already seen a bit of this conversation, I thought that it was immediately talking about Eula. That Eula is dealing with the Fatui and whatnot. No, I think there's actual, the family line did not cease, obviously. I don't think Eula is the last of her family line, because, again, it's still a main prominent family, even though they have a stained legacy, a stained history, I guess some people, it's like that, it's basically like, the races of today, it's come from the past. That's the only way it continues. Somebody from the past passing it on to the next generation. So Eula may be the one that's actually a cut different, despite being from that same aristocratic family.
All of our past efforts would have been wasted.
But as the honorary knight, I technically also belong to the knights.
You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius. But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You are a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way.
Okay, see, we're using that card as like, well, technically I am just an honorary knight, but above all, I am a traveler, and came from a distant land, so I have no actual relations to this. You know, as Amon said, I'm not a native here. I wasn't born.
Once you come to
under
friendly
this
terms with the
line.
Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan.
Yes, flawless plan.
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls.
Okay, so just like I was assuming, basically, just coming up, is different members of the family. Eula is not the only one of this clan, of this aristocratic clan.
It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch.
Leave it to me.
Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you.
Thank you, thank you. The Spindrift shall what now? Who? Jean, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wait, how come I look a little... well, I guess from the back, she looked a little taller, but... Wait, is it just me? Is it the heels? My Jean looks a little taller than this Jean here. It could be the heels. I'm not going crazy here. See, even for the skin, I don't know, maybe because it was a beach wear, they did the same hairstyle just because it's, I guess, women like to do that as well. Like, they tie up their hair, so... Or maybe they could have done loose hair Jean. Oh my god. That might have actually driven me a little more, and I would have to feel so conflicted with having purchased this.
It's time to move on.
Different hairstyles.
We shouldn't stay here.
Also make a difference, so that I would have liked to see that as well, not just a different outfit. Like, look, this is the same hairstyle, you know, different colored bow and whatnot. A different hairstyle would have actually made a big difference on this outfit, and I wouldn't have felt so bad about it. But wait a second, something is very weird here. Why I'm not standing on a higher ground? And I think it's very slight. It could be the outfit's throwing me off, but it's very slight. But it looks like she's looking down at her too. I must be going crazy. I don't know. Maybe the heel looks the same as well. It doesn't look any bigger or whatnot. I don't know. She looked a little taller. I don't know. Alright, so where are we going now? Look for the aristocrat. Yeah, let me go straight to this quest. Oh, I still can't do it because apparently somebody... Who? Oh, Jean. Jean is still busy. Okay, so I guess I have to complete this quest, basically. So, I was doing that anyway. I already went forward with that decision. That's so suspicious, though, that we're going to approach him from behind.
Who are you?
And he's just... This is so... I don't know. If it were me, I would have waited for him to at least blend into the town and then maybe approach him.
Hello, we're here too.
Hello?
Yeah, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Did you just say what's wrong?
Oh my god. Did I set this guy off already?
Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner?
Alright, Jean did explain that this guy had a nasty side to him, huh?
Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility.
So he's that type of guy, okay.
If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
I figured that where he was going, but... Yo, did you hear this guy? I know it wasn't just me. Yo, you heard this guy, right? I know he ain't talking to us like that. Not the Traveler. No way, no way. But I knew he was going in that direction, that if you're approaching someone, you should introduce yourself first. But no, not this guy. No, this guy... Oh boy. I hate dealing with people like that, to be honest. That's too...
That's etiquette?
I don't know.
Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
Huh. In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping.
Wow.
But look at the world now.
You went there.
Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
It's no wonder the oh God, I can't believe I'm struggling with this word. It's no wonder the aristocracy was felled, could be a way to say it as well. It's no wonder the aristocracy fell.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility?
You dare approach me like that?
I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor.
Uh-huh.
Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
What are you talking about? I've been coming and going from Mondstadt since, like, how many months have it been now? Like, almost 8 months? Since I started playing this. Who's unruly? Like, the only person that I have to question regularly is Albert, due to the way of how he simps over Barbara. But, I mean, come on. Like, who else? Oh, yeah, and there is that one other guy that talks about Flora in a very, weird manner that we will not be discussing here. But, other than that, who's unruly? What are you talking about? Undisciplined. This guy's delusional.
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you.
Alright, Schubert, how about we take this outside the castle walls? How about that? Like, I have no problems, you know? Even here. What's the knight's gonna do to me? Nothing.
Besides,
I'll switch to Venti, pop over that alt,
to instruct commoners on
easy,
basic
clap you all
courtesies.
easily. Don't make an enemy out of me, basically, is what I'm saying.
Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
How about we follow this guy? You know, I'd love for there to be added some elements where we, like, follow people. I loved, for the most part, I did love doing that in Ghost of Tsushima, where you had some missions where you had to trail people from behind, and you couldn't let them spot you. You know, it added a bit more tension to it and whatnot, so I loved that.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with.
Hell yeah. Alright,
Let's head back and talk things over with her.
I mean, honestly, I felt that was going actually quite well, and he would have mentioned something more, like, I don't know how secrets, I don't know how much of a secrecy this plan of theirs is, if they really are having dealings with the Fatui, but honestly, if we would have egged them on a little more, people like them, they'd like to talk. You saw how he was, he had no problem telling, like, you know, getting whipped, talking about the old slave, how they used to do slavery and whatnot. He had no problems bringing that up. And how he feels like the society today is so undisciplined and unruly. We should have just kept egging him on. He would have talked.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Ooh, Amber's gonna be involved too?
Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
You're quite perceptive, Amber.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
It's a long story.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up.
That's Amber for you.
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Ooh, so she's gonna be with us.
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence.
Schubert
But it
Lawrence.
turns out that he's a You're a character that doesn't listen to anyone, especially Paimon.
How about, aren't there any other people? Or is it like he's the only one that we know about of his whereabouts and the only ones that's actually seen in public a lot of the times? Like, where's the other Lawrence clan members? I know it's not just him.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners.
Ah, sounds like you're no stranger to his rants.
I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time.
Okay.
The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore.
Yeah, this society has evolved since then. It's no longer like that.
However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan. My good buddy, Eula.
Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company.
Interesting. So we know Kaya is a captain as well. And so Amber is just an outrider of the Knights of Favonius. Kaya is a cavalry captain. And Eula is captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company. How could a member of the Lawrence clan join the Knights?
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated.
Asking Eula to investigate her own family?
The Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her.
Oh, of course, yes. I totally have seen this scenario before. So yeah, it's going exactly the way I thought it would. Yeah, since they saw that she joined the Knights, it's like, oh no, don't talk. You know, those people that talk behind their backs and whatnot, like, look at her, she's walking around, and she's a part of our clan. Puh. You know, that's how they treat her. You know, we've seen similar scenarios before.
In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family.
There we go. And they wanted to cancel her. Cancel her for her background of an ancestry background that she has no control over. We can't go back in time to our own timelines and correct things and change things up. We can't do that. We shouldn't be blamed for what our ancestors did, because obviously I'm not my ancestor. She sounds like quite the character.
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Oh, so you won't actually be involved in our story. Kind of let down. I was actually...
The Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan. Well,
I was actually looking forward to it.
If you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
The direct approach is always usually the best one as well. That was a weird cut in right there. I've never seen how they do this here with the... That was a pretty cool cutscene. Eula! Yo, she has the 5-star weapon! Yeah, I love Eula's music right now a lot. Yo, she is fast! We did see that in the trailer before, 1.5. Yo. Oh.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets?
Oh, you've been tracked? They were just chilling. What are you talking about, baby girl? They were just chilling here.
And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words.
Oh my God.
Vengeance will be mine.
I gotta say, I appreciate the camera angles. That's what I was talking about before. I kind of got lost in the words. I didn't see what was coming. But yeah, these kind of like cut scenes and whatnot with the Fatui, we've never seen that. How they actually aim is good to know, to finally see how they actually get us in our sights before gunning us down with those pyro attacks. I didn't have any Hydro characters, so that's why I kind of had to deal with him first. But yeah, I love that they saw it for a quick second, and I really do appreciate that. The way she just put her hands on her hips and they focused on the hips. I saw that, yo, Mihoyo, you think you're slick, but I saw that. Y'all were doing the same thing with Yanfei when she came out. Y'all think y'all slick, but I'm onto your game. Literally, I'm onto your game.
What?
I'm sorry, vengeance?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could.
You were
only
fast.
to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too.
I gotta say, Eula is very good to look at. I'll be honest. I'll be 100% honest with you. I wish I could take off the... They need to give us an option, like when we're like this, to take off the text box. You know, in some games, you either press like a different button. You press a different button and it takes away the text screen, so you can just see basically this. And you would see down there, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have gotten an eyeful already, but her thighs, once again, I'm a thigh man, just so you know, her thighs, the way that it's pinching into the thighs, you could see I die for that.
If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit.
Oh, so you came to actually not let us take all the credit. How very... thank you, I guess.
Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
And of course, Eula's backstory, as you can see right there. Thankfully, my camera is not doing too bad of a job blocking stuff. It's only blocking the upper menu and the first character on the list. But yeah, as you can see down there, Eula has an amazing backstory. Can't say nothing to complain about that. Her mountains are fine. You know, the mountain peaks, they're fine. No issues there. But that backstory is to die for. That's right. I went there. Love it. I love it. Alright, let's get on with the story, because in case you didn't know, I am actually still doing the 1.6 event that I couldn't complete because Jean is busy in this story quest, so we have to do this story quest, which I wasn't planning to do now. But yeah, Eula's backstory, amazing, to die for. Ooh la la. Let's continue. Alright, so actually I'm quite used to fighting the Fatui.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch enemies?
How are what?
Arch enemies? Wait a minute. You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago.
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt.
What?
Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
So you must be Eula?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
I do like her personality. I see where she's coming from with this.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
Sweet ol' Amber.
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now.
Oh, her uncle.
That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him?
He may be secretly involved with the Fatui.
I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
Oh my god.
This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
Aren't you worried about your uncle?
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Man, so this is just what she's been put up to. She will have vengeance, exactly. Daro, Daro. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Going by the time, I think it's still safe to say happy Monday to you. Hopefully you've had a awesome Monday so far. But yeah, I'm playing the Eula story quest because I'm doing the event for 1.6 and I was stopped because Jean is busy in this story quest. So I have to complete this story quest in order to progress with the event. So it's going to be weird how I do it with the video and whatnot, but I'm going to have to cut this part out and have it as its own separate video while then having 1.6 as its own separate video as well. So yeah, I'm gonna put me right to work in video editing. But yes, that's Eula's subtext right there, vengeance. She's said it so many times so far.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
But yeah, it's like Eula must have been through a lot as well, because people do that, unfortunately, you know. They're going to judge you based on your family, like, oh, you're the family, you came from that family of oppressors, they're gonna look at you different, you know. It's like, it's something you don't forget. It's part of history. A lot of people know it.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
Here we go. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. She can have vengeance anytime.
Didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance.
Oh my god.
It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you.
I love characters like that, you know? I don't know who else saw it, very quickly. The trailer for that title, it's a Final Fantasy game that they're making, and it was shown yesterday in the Square Enix Presents. Stranger of something, I forgot what it was. And the guy is like talking about chaos, chaos, chaos. Other people might find that annoying, but I usually like character quirks like that when they have like a word that they keep repeating. Oh my god. Bakugo from My Hero Academia. Deku! Always screaming his name. Yeah.
I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people.
But aren't you plotting vengeance against us?
We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Ah, so she has high regards for Amber. They're really close, I see.
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she doesn't seem the least bit angry. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
Have you now, Paimon? Bet you she
finally
like that.
Arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Better not be about vengeance.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise, it'll keep bugging us.
Wait a minute. All about that vengeance stuff.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go.
I mean, you've said it a lot of times already.
Don't worry. There's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Let's hope that's a long time from now.
If you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes.
She's definitely
but you
counting.
needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless.
Right.
But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm
Right.
sure you understand.
I think I'm starting to see what you mean.
Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
I'm sorry. I'll reread what she said. This camera angle. Camera angles are the best. They know what they're doing. I'm telling you. They're slick. Mihoyo is slick. They know what they're doing. Gotta love it. I gotta love it. I'm not gonna complain. Not complaining. Not me.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation.
All right, show us what you got, Paimon.
My words, vengeance will be mine.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, I cannot believe she hit me with that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. I was not good job, Paimon. Good job. You get a round of applause for that. You did good there. You got me there. Oh my god. Jeez, Shield. Oh my god. I know that didn't feel like a very good... That was a good laugh I had just now. It was so good that I teared up laughing a bit. You couldn't really tell with all the shininess going around in my face, but... Whew. What a good Monday. What a good month. Let me fix this chair, because I think this chair was still... From when I like to be lazying around in my room. There we go. Paimon, thank you. Let's continue with this. Oh my god. Mark my words. Vengeance will be mine. She actually said the thing. Oh my
Not
god.
even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
That's what you're saying though.
Hey, Paimon learned it from you. And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, she does have a different manner of speaking as well.
For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
Wow, that's very nice. I'd like to start saying that to people as well. From now on, I'm going to take note of that. I'm going to write that down somewhere, and I'm going to start saying that to people in the morning to greet friends. As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend. Perfect. Notes taken.
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you.
Okay, so it's some complex issues with it as well.
Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water.
Seems like a lot of work just to greet a good friend.
Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
It's okay, Paimon. Your brain juice, your brain juice must be out of stock by now.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So another thing to remember, aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite.
Oh, wait a second. So is she teaching this to us because this will actually help us in the investigation? Right, because she didn't really say that she was going to go investigate her uncle as well. So she's just giving us this push like, okay, so if acting Grandmaster Jean said so, here's what you got to do. This is the way you got to talk to him, so you can go talk to him. I think that's where this is going.
However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them.
This is getting complicated.
This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Yes, please, Eula-sensei.
Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
So we're going that deep, huh? Before we actually get to the juicy bits. Okay. No issues here. This is still part of that. Can I do the... So I can actually go ahead and do the Midsummer Island Adventure quest, which I was initially trying to do, but since I started the Eula story quest already, again, I'm gonna go gung-ho with it. So it's, the Spindrift shall never return to the sea. That's what this story quest is called. Aphros Delos chapter, Act 1. Alright, Norman?
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right?
This can't be good.
This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you.
Wow. So she's using this as an example to talk as someone from her clan. With that's how I'm seeing it. She's using this as an example as someone of her stature or status talking to someone, because she did say you have to think about your statuses when speaking. Like, if you're equal status, you say this. If the person is of higher status than you say that. And if they're lower status than you say this. I think? Let's see.
Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... what comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Okay. I see where this is going.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
I don't think this was a good example, because if you're confusing the other guy, I mean, go on.
Hold on. What did they always teach me?
Oh, so they actually taught you this. Okay. See what I mean? This is exactly what I was saying. It always starts at the roots, and they always, they teach this. Children aren't born into this world thinking like, yeah, because I'm of this skin color, then I'm better than this other person, or because I was born into this family, I'm better than that other family and whatnot, or different situations. You are taught this. Children are taught this, and they grow up like this. And again, unfortunately, if they don't grow past that, they teach it to their kids, and it just continues. World Problems 101. Literally right here. They taught her this. But although she is a cut from a different cloth, this is still what they have taught her.
Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Gotta say, I'm enjoying the camera angles this time. I think they're getting better with that, because usually it would just be... what I'm trying to say about the camera angles is, like, for this one in particular, it's a little different. The Yenfei story quest, well, that was part of the Serenity Teapot quest as well. It kind of started doing that a little more. I might have to go back. On my free-to-play account, I have not done any of the story quests yet, so I'll actually be able to look at it more there and try to spot any of, like, special camera angles and whatnot.
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it.
I think you misunderstood her.
Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan.
So it's like that, huh?
And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt.
But she's a captain of the Knights of Favonius.
If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Damn, it's like that. Hatred. I mean, surely there must be other people who could take this better. Clearly, he's probably one of those that are like, no, I can't be seen talking to you.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Yo, the more she says it, I'm going to break into laughter, man.
Wow. The Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Yes, it does. And he knew that she was from the Lawrence clan from before.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else.
I mean, we could be looking at a situation. She understands what her family has done, and clearly her family doesn't view Eula the same way as anyone else from their family as well because of her different views. And they see her as an enemy because she went and joined the Knights of Avonius. And who's with the Knights of Avonius? The Knights of Avonius started with the gun... Was it the Gunhilder? They might explain this later. Jean is Gunhilder, but... I'm not sure if Vanessa was also Gunhilder, or was Vanessa... We'll talk about that later. But, yeah. It could be the case that Eula maybe sees the Knights of Favonius as her family and whatnot, because that must be kind of lonely, that you can't even walk outside without anyone talking behind your back just because of what family you came from. That must be very lonely. Alright, so who else are we going to talk to? Leno or Leno? Jay Leno? Oh my god.
You there, lowly toiler.
Here we go again.
You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you.
I think we get the idea of now. How about we get an example of you speaking to someone with a higher status than you? I don't know. Is that possible? Because it's kind of like our situation where Schubert is of a higher status than us, so we have to approach him appropriately. We can't say that to him.
Please acknowledge the glory bestowed
the camera
upon
angles
thee by
again.
the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Here we go again.
Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine.
He's not even saying
You
anything.
may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear.
Actually, I'm interested in hearing that. What are you going to say to her?
Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
That escalated fast.
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
Oh yes, vengeance will be hers. Oh boy. Alright, so you're next. Another guy. Can we talk to somebody else? I don't think this guy's gonna be taking it well either.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it.
There we go. That's exactly what I was getting at earlier. And I figured it was going to be like that. They know who she is already. I mean, she's a uniquely looking character. I mean, like I said, good to look at and whatnot. But, damn, I don't know. That's too sad. That's too sad. I would have assumed that, Mondstadt, the city of freedom, was already past this. Like, it's in the past. She's a Knights of Favonius. Nice. It looks like we can trust her. You gotta recognize your bad apples and your good apples. You gotta know when to differentiate them. You can't just look at them and say, like, no, because you're with that family, I'm going to judge you. Which is basically what's happening here.
Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule.
That may as well be true in that sense, but again, it's all about recognizing who the good and the bad are. You can't just bunch them all up in the same bag and just deal with the problem like that, because again, that'd be like what? That'd be like genocide. That's what it basically is. Like, you don't care who it is or what it is, you just gather them all into one place and just kill them all. That's, you know.
And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
Well, there is that, too. I'm pretty sure Eula doesn't normally speak like this. She was just doing this as an example for us.
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius.
Oh my god. Maybe we should just call it a day now.
I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
You know, I'm sorry to be like this, but again, it just catches my attention. Honestly. Like, I'm just looking down right now. Like, right there. That is where the goodies are. Yes. Right there. You can see it right below me as well. It's so eye-catching. It's so eye-catching. It's just there. It's amazing. Oh, boy.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further.
Right,
let's
let's
go.
move on. Hopefully this misunderstanding can be cleared one day. Like, you know, just because you're part of the family, if you are not like them, then you shouldn't be treated like them, obviously. Her putting on an act like this was just to help us.
This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop.
Yeah, a situation like that would really make me feel uncomfortable for the person as well.
Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
Yeah, I'm honestly so surprised, too.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time.
While I am starting to sympathize with her, I'm still amazed that she's actually able to just laugh it off.
Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me.
I figured that helped.
Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
That may have been a big part of it, but you know, it's still your family. They still hold that against you.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden.
That's too sad. Again, that's like, it shouldn't be that way.
At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
It almost made me, it honestly just made me tear up a bit, because I don't like it when things like that happen. I've already explained too much about it anyway, but I'm just saying. Oh boy.
Yeah, why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either.
Of course, we had to add that bit in there, like, oh, I didn't forget about him.
Let's
It's a
leave
long
it at
list.
that.
I'd like to actually
Just think of it as
catch a
something
glimpse
I
of
like
that
to
list.
do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk to.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we got the gist of it now.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we still would have liked to know of, like, how to speak to someone of higher status than you, but then who's of a higher status than Gunhilder, Lawrence, and I forgot the other name again.
Right? Right?
Yeah, I think I've got this.
Just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Yeah, and let's make sure to mention that vengeance will be ours, too.
Well
I think
then,
that's
I'm
a
glad
very
you learned
important part of the
something.
formula there.
You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct.
Okay, that was fast.
A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement, but we must also practice your bearing.
Yeah, what's that about?
I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
So now we're going to Dragonspine. It's been a while since I've been there. Let me see here. You know, in the back of my head, knowing that I'm going to be... I'm in recording mode, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So it's like... I forget that I'm streaming sometimes, and I'm, like, doing this in recording mode. Since this is going to be its own separate thing for YouTube. Alright, so what are we looking for here? For aristocratic conduct training here in Dragonspine? Oh, there she is. Vengeance will be mine! I don't think she liked that very much.
So cold! Does aristocrat training really need to be done here?
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh conditions. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse.
Yeah, I don't know what... That's never been there
But
before.
a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully intact.
So that's what you mean about our bearings.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, I'm used to this kind of challenge.
This is where you can finally apply some of your adventuring knowledge.
You look pretty confident this time.
This is our field of expertise.
All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get...
Alright, that will be unsightly. I didn't mean to skip that. Alright, so this will be easy. I mean, burn that. I'm being timed for this too. And there are enemies as well. What is that? I guess I have to, like, can I blow that up? I guess I can't. Wait, I took damage. How? Wait, what? I took damage, right? How? Can I restart? I wish I could restart. I wonder how I took damage. Interesting. I didn't see it. What the heck? That. Oh my god. That thing didn't. It barely even touched me. You know, I'm gonna fail on purpose. Because we ain't doing that. We ain't doing all that. I'm going to fail this on purpose. Where are we at? Where do I get back up here? I guess I continue down here. Man, this is a bunch of dookie. Give me that. I'm letting time run out on purpose. So we can do that again. If it would let me do it again. This is a challenge, right? So this should be able to let me restart.
That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again.
Yeah, that was my whole intention. Let's do this again.
It'll be difficult. Remember.
Don't get launched into the air. Don't worry, I got this. Reach the objective without being launched or taking any damage. Come on! Are you kidding me? I got launched already. I mean, that does count as getting launched, right? Ah! Oh no, what does that thing do? Challenge completed. Alright, that was a little...
Not bad.
A little
lot
challenging.
Better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through. Whew. Good thing we didn't get stuck.
Yeah.
So, are we aristocrats now?
Aristocrats.
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun.
Oh, so there's more of this? Okay.
This scenario
Bring
was
it.
relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
Is this how you normally
My
train?
family set only the highest expectations for me, even as a child. Let's proceed, shall we?
Alright, so... That would explain, you know, her fighting style, which is very elegant, and... It's like... They've brought this up in different forms of, like, anime that talk about, like, training arcs and whatnot, of how you shouldn't waste a single... I forget which one... I'm thinking of one right now that I'm actually borrowing the example of, but it's like, if you're... When you're fighting... Like, it's usually about, like, breathing techniques as well, but it's like you shouldn't waste a single movement, as every move that you make incorporates of how, like, efficient you fight. Oh my god, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Answer me right now, you slime. Why did I do that? Come on. That's the one problem with Klee. Fighting enemies, who are uphill.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting.
Oh my god, you say that now? Oh, so it's not about beating them, it's just don't get frozen and whatnot. Why, they get wet. Who else? Who else? Who else?
La la la.
Ah. Oh no, not the bubbles. Oh my god.
This time. What a shame.
Dude, I hate when they do
Not to
that.
worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Alright. Now you've pissed off the Blackwing. Yo, how do slimes do that?
Jumpy, jumpy, go!
No! And they're behind me as well. This is not good. This is not good.
I swear by my sword.
Yeah. Oh, it's just you? Dope. We did it. Yo, Jean came in clutch. I
Well
gave
done.
Jean...
Your performance was most impressive.
My Jean has some very beefy artifacts. And by that I mean is because she has basically Xiao's artifacts. And Xiao was a beast. Xiao is the only character in this game that has the best artifacts. That I have the best artifacts that work well on him. And thankfully I was actually able to apply that with Jean. So Jean may be the next best character because of those artifacts. But ultimately they belong to Xiao at the end of the day. So when I'm done building a lot of different characters, getting them to friendship level 10, those artifacts will belong to Xiao, along with the primordial jade spear. Winged spear.
And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings.
Actually,
I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done the same.
I wouldn't say I was exactly calm, actually. Actually choked under pressure there.
Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragonspine before Paimon turns into a popsicle.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
Oh, here we go.
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
You did nothing, Paimon.
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all.
That's right, Eula. You talk to her. Let her know.
Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Maybe that's just Paimon's style.
Hey! That's not true! Paimon was just focusing on you the whole time!
We're calling out Paimon finally.
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps.
That's right, Paimon. You better be looking forward to that. Vengeance will be hers.
Now, drink this.
What are you giving us?
What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's warm milk.
Warm milk. It better be, lactose-free.
Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
Oh, thank you. Are you still planning on the whole vengeance thing?
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
Thank you for looking
All
after
in the name of
Paimon.
vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle when you meet him.
Okay.
I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
Ooh, we're gonna get him food. I bet you Paimon would love that. Oh, that was interesting. How did I heal? Alright, Jean. Jean and her ult. I forget that heals. Back to the Traveler, and let's go over to Sarah. Good Hunter. So I would confidently say that we're halfway through the Eula story quest, I think. I don't know. A normal story, character story quest like this wouldn't be that long normally. I feel like Zhongli's was a little special occasion because of the new boss it would introduce. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, this is what I was talking about being in video mode, where I think I'm recording, but I gotta remember that I'm actually still live streaming. I usually take pauses of that, of not saying anything when I go to these loading screens. These loading screens are kind of long and whatnot. So it's going to be a lot of editing because I'm already talking a lot in between of these, like whenever I let them finish talking and I talk and whatnot, I'm doing a lot of that. So some parts might get cut out. Some parts I might leave in there, but that loading screen part, all the loading screen parts are getting cut out because the loading screens are long. I'm tired of it and I don't want to see it in the video.
Rite of parting?
Sarah from Good Hunter. Oh, there's Amber. So she is back in this. Amber and her bestie gonna reunite? Yo! Yo. Love it. You know I love it.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
You gotta love Amber. She has a wonderful personality about her.
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat.
Eula,
we
on
can
the other
discuss
hand,
my uncle's gift while we eat.
she has a peculiar personality with a skewed view of vengeance. Accepting Amber's invitation, you and Eula sit at the table.
Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Gebratenes Fisch mit Sauerkraut. Did I say that? Gebratenes Fleisch... Okay. Gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut.
Coming right up.
What?
It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the meat dishes.
That's very nice of you, actually.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
Yo, I'm just shaking my head. I'm just shaking my head at that. Okay.
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am.
And I love that she just plays into it. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, from Good Hunter, for being a good sport and not being like the rest of the... I'll say it, you know, that's very uncultured of Mondstadt for holding someone accountable for something the family has done in the past. Yeah, there's bad apples again, but gotta differentiate. You gotta pick out the good from the bad. Come on, be civilized. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Much love to you.
Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
See, that's just like, she's familiar with her and she knows how to deal with Eula. It's like, oh yes, you already know. I'm that kind of villainous character. Vengeance will be mine.
Unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Oh my god.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Hyman's never even heard that dish before.
Apparently it's his favorite.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrats seem to take a liking to it.
Oh, so that's what it is. So it's no longer on the menu, but if someone asks for it because they know, like, it's still something that used to be made and whatnot, and it's like, yes, I'll have that special that you don't make anymore, please. Like, okay, yeah, I'll get to it.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time.
Oh, so there's that too.
Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression.
You know, earlier I did say that tonight I will die from cuteness overload for a different thing, but I think not before I have myself a good laugh. I'm having a good time in this story quest. Huh, so even Amber doesn't escape your vengeance.
Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you.
Wait, so I am misunderstanding something with her.
Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
Ah, I'm getting it now. Now it's becoming the clearer picture.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Excuse me, it's... What?
Hyman's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person.
I'm sorry, but did Eula just call out the Amber haters out there? Those that don't like Amber? Like, literally, they don't like Amber, and she just blatantly called them out. Eula, that's very bold. Very bold of you. Those people, I wonder how they took it. I'm gonna need to see some reactions to that. That's why nobody likes you. I'm like, I still like Amber. What are you talking about? I'm not one of those people. She's actually in my party, trying to raise her friendship level. I'm actually trying to build her. So,
There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well, no?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person.
So is that what you're doing? You're just acting like the bad person because you've been labeled as the bad person because of your family, the weight that your family name carries? Wow, it's very complex.
All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat. The food is getting cold.
Or are you kidding? After an awkward pause, everyone resumes cheerfully chatting and enjoys the meal.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad.
Wow, so you're paying for the salad.
Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this time.
Eula, you're amazing.
All right. Next,
You're
you should pay
amazing,
my
Eula.
uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away there when there's nothing else to do.
It's a shame that the rest of the people won't really see her for this side of her. And they'll just continue to judge her for the family name.
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I had a feeling that she wouldn't come with us.
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me.
Exactly.
It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
Oh, so we're giving the dish to him as a gift. Okay.
I
there
still
we
have
go.
more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, until next time.
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Eula, you're just as interesting yourself. Getting to learn more about her character. Okay, so is that dish ready? Are we going to be able to make this
the
later?
gebratenes Fleisch mit sauerkraut is ready to go. Be sure to eat it while it's hot. Otherwise, the flavor will be spoiled.
Make sure to pass along that
And by
message.
the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good person.
There we go. So it's like she actually understands. She knows how to deal with Eula already. And she already knows that she is a good person. And I already knew that from the get-go as well. Like, her speeches may have been confusing me a little bit. I'll admit that. So, but I wasn't really judging her. I was always on her side. I'm like, you know, but it must be because of the whole of Mondstadt, which has been labeling her for her family, so she's playing the part. She's playing the part of the bad guy because that's what people say she is. You're the bad guy, so you have to be the bad guy. But that's not the whole story.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mondstadt earlier. But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up with that?
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name.
It's a big stigma that they can't really get rid of, but part of moving on is learning to forgive as well. Not necessarily saying that you gotta forgive the people that did this to you, but you gotta move on. You know, that's how you grow and become more civilized in the future. Unfortunately, you know, that's why we won't really see world peace in this world anytime soon, because people hold grudges, people want what's only better for themselves and never thinking about others, yada yada.
They're
That's how it
unable to
is.
see past her family. Therefore, they don't actually see Eula for herself.
Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier.
So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
Her word just brought back another word that I was thinking of earlier, and it was her individuality. Like, they're just labeling her as part of that family and not her individually. Again, you know, just reiterating a lot of stuff. The good apples and the bad apples is learning when to pick the bunch from them, you know. Be civilized. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. I think I understand now.
You're able to see Eula differently then.
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar.
Ooh, I imagine.
Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision.
Wow. Who was it that actually instated her as a knight then? Was it Varka?
At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters, clamoring for Eula to give an explanation.
Damn, so from both... She was being spearheaded from both sides. From her family and the other side. Like, that's crazy.
So both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the unrest. Tensions still remain beneath the surface, I'm afraid.
I knew Varka had to have some hand into this as well. Because it wouldn't make too much sense for Jean to be involved. And Varka seems to be the most, of course, being the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, is the one to basically have the highest regard in the whole unit, basically. So that's why I imagine it had to be him.
In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. And in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another, myself included.
I'm glad we have reasonable people like you in Mondstadt still, Sarah.
People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly.
Yeah, literally what I was just saying. Dude, literally what I was just saying. It's good that you're able to understand her. If only there were more people like you.
I believe a day will come when things will get better.
I'm hoping for that day. I can't believe I actually teared up at that too. You know, I feel for her. I actually very much sympathize with Eula a lot more now than I did when. How long have I been going for? Like an hour now? It's been 2 hours already, damn. So like an hour ago, I guess. 30 minutes to an hour ago. Oh my god.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon thinks we know how to communicate with her now.
Definitely.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy, though she might not ever admit it.
Alright, let me just wait till this is finished.
Please come again.
Will do. Man, Sarah's a good person. A very good person. Alright, let me just quickly say this real quick. So you know how in the teapot, the latest update has allowed us to actually invite the other characters into our teapot. So Eula's one of the characters in my teapot. So I said later that way later in the stream, I'm actually going to focus on the teapot and show it off a little more to see what I've got a work in progress in. So since I have Eula in there, I kind of did speak to her already because I was curious to see, like, you know, what are they going to say? What lines are they going to say when they're in the teapot? And I kind of got a glimpse of her personality in there. At first I was very confused and I just wrote it off as, you know, basically saying like, maybe I gotta play her story quest to understand how she is or something. So yeah, so I caught a glimpse of how her personality would be. So that's why I kind of had an inkling that it would be something like this as to what's happening with her character and her personality. So that's all it is to it. So later we're gonna see more. We're gonna talk to every character in our teapot way later. That's after I do everything from the event. So yes, buckle up, guys. Buckle up. But this is part of the YouTube video, so you're probably seeing the whole Midsummer Adventure event. Different set of video, not this, so let's move on.
Guess I'll post an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, he's in Springvale, huh? Okay. Let's head on over there. I do hope my lighting doesn't become an issue when it gets darker. And it will get darker in about an hour and a half, so let's see what happens. I do have my lights on, which did help out a lot. But it makes my face a bit more shinier. Again, due to the beard oil I put on. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going? He's all the way up there. I can't see Klee, but I think Klee, yeah, she took some damage. Hey, Pepe, what are you doing? El Pepe is here. Now we gotta climb up. Oh, so he's up here. What? I'm gonna go off and say that this place has always been here, maybe? I don't know. Right, Schubert, we're here and we bring gifts.
Pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair.
Yeah, I think that he did bring here. And the books maybe too. I think he brought the books.
Could this be another aristocratic custom?
Paimon, don't think too much about it.
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two.
Alright, let's see how we're gonna start this. We have heard that aristocrats are the most magnanimous. I was thinking of another word. Like, you know when you sometimes see a word and you try to say another one in your head unintentionally? Magnanimous. Please, if I may be so bold as to say a few humble words.
A few humble words, huh? Yes, that sounds appropriate enough.
I learned.
Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your previous misconduct for now and listen to what you have to say.
This is how you have to handle people like this.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Before I go further, I wish to express my will of resistance. What? That doesn't sound quite right. It is an honor to stand before you here, immersed in your supreme brilliance. That might be reaching. That might be going too far. Before I go further, I wish to express my will of resistance. Let's go with the first one.
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. Yes, we must resist the blundering knights of Favonius. You are true and principled.
Don't you know that I'm the honorary... Let's not go there.
Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears you have become well versed in our etiquette.
Oh, so he was testing us. Sheesh, what an ordeal.
Thank goodness Paimon is shut up, like, you know, because she easily would have messed this up.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is practically unfathomable.
What can you say? I'm a natural.
If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech?
Okay, here we go. This is the tricky one. I was fortunate enough to benefit from the knowledge of a dear friend. I refined my conduct with some instruction in the classics, courtesy of a dear friend. Tricky. Which one do I choose? So before the one in the bottom, the second option seemed to be reaching, but this one... Honestly, the choices might not even matter here. So I'm just go with that.
Good. Very good. You are bright. And compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential. If you were of aristocratic blood, your prospects would be promising indeed.
I'm glad to hear that.
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small token of our goodwill.
Good, Paimon. Thank you for correcting yourself, but leave it to me. I'm the expert here.
Could this be gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut?
It would be so funny if this actually wasn't his favorite and this was all just a huge prank of Eula. It's like, oh yes, get my stinking uncle. He hates that dish. He always says it in his sleep. Before he goes to sleep, he's like, oh, Gabernota sauerkraut. The nightmares. Can't sleep at night because of that. Yo, that would be so mean. I'd be in shock. But I'm gonna trust Eula and that this is his favorite dish.
It's evident that your sentiment is genuine.
Thank you,
As
Eula.
a young person nowadays, only with no small effort could you achieve such a dish. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is, since it's nearly mealtime, I shall partake.
Oh, I see. So you guys... So you're putting up a big front, I see. He almost broke character. Schubert relishes the... I'm not going to say that name again.
Ah, yes.
I butchered it enough.
This aroma, just as I remember it. And this exquisite sour flavor. A delicacy that only us noblemen and women could appreciate.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it tastes like.
Oh, I bet you are curious, Paimon.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request.
It seems there's word that the Loring's family has a grand scheme of sorts.
Wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family secret.
I would like to do what I can for the nobility. Are you going to trust us with this?
Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of unusual fortitude. I'm willing to place my full trust in you.
Schubert, you are a fool. You should look at us as suspicious people. Like, information that should have been kept in the family and somehow someone outside of your family who's not a noble knows about it? And I'm going off on the long run and saying that you don't know that we're the honorary knight. I guess it's not a... Like, it's public knowledge if you ask people about it that the Traveler is the honorary knight, but I guess we're not really seen as such by other people. He probably doesn't even keep up with the knights. He hates them, he hates the people, so it's like, why would he even know that? All he knows is that he hates his niece, because she joined the knights. But yeah, Schubert, you're a fool. Like, honestly, if it's something to be kept in secret, like, I would put I would, if it were me, I'd put the Traveler through like a grueling experience and trials and tribulations before I put my full trust in them. But even then, it's like, that's how plans fail. When you tell other people, is like, oh, I don't know you, and you just randomly came to me with some etiquette. I guess I'll trust you? It's basically what just happened
come
here.
with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like yourself.
Well, I'll give him a pass right there since he was looking anyway, but, you know, it's... Where are we going?
Friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance in restoring the Lawrence clan to its former glory.
Oh, so the Fatui were helping.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Perhaps this is what the old aristocrats see as most important.
Then, let's get going, shall we? You'll understand everything in due course.
Alright, let's go. I'm ready.
Do you think his friends are the Fatui?
Most likely.
If the Fatui happen to recognize you, what should we do?
Let's wear the mask. The disguise. Yes! Yes, let's wear that mask and say, vengeance will be mine. Oh, yes, I love it. It's actually very close over there. We're going to go to like a hideout. Go with Schubert to meet his friends. Yes. I see a Geo Slime over there that I really don't want to mess with, only because I don't have the right team to deal with them. It's right down there. Vengeance will be mine. Behind enemy lines. Ooh, level 90. That means there's some strong people going to be in it. Wait, you want me to have Hydro? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that? Who am I gonna bring in here for Hydro? I guess, you know who's a good character that works well with Eula as well? Although, he works very well with Chongyun the most. I think we could bring him in. What am I doing? So let's reorganize this gang right now. Well, actually, no. We can actually switch to Trial Death. Here we go. So we just needed them two, right? So we can have our Traveler. We can have Shincho, Eula, and Zhongli.
There's still a long road ahead.
Yeah, perfect. Zhongli is like a must-have because of the shield. So yeah, there's that. Speaking of Zhongli, the thought does come to mind whenever I will ascend him past level 80. I don't know.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden?
I knew it! I knew it! Oh, man. Oh, there better not be spider webs here. I mean, they would have told me to bring a pyro character if that were the case, right? I hate those spiders are annoying. But yeah, I knew they were going to put the mask on. They needed a disguise. It is only proper for aristocrats to wear a mask. Will that BS line work out for me?
Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt. And therefore, we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so easily. I see.
At this point, this guy is willing to just eat up anything. He must be the idiot in the family, honestly.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize us.
I'm pretty sure that's why Eula didn't really put too much thought into it. It's like, oh, it's my uncle again? He's just an idiot. I wouldn't worry too much about him. But if you really want to entertain him, then do this. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if he's the only one in the Lawrence clan actually trying to conspire with the Fatui to even come up with this. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still bad apples amongst the Lawrence clan who are still conspiring to do bad things, maybe, you know, coming from the past generations. Again, you raise your kids with this mentality, they are gonna grow up like that. So, but it would be so funny if it's just Lawrence coming up with this, because he's the idiot of the family.
Let's proceed, shall we?
God.
I'll introduce you as my guest.
All right.
As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
You know, Genshin...
Sorry.
Can we walk any faster?
Walk any faster.
Paimon, you getting anxious here?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps.
That's why I'm walking slowly
Moving
too.
hurriedly is unacceptable.
I'd like to see zoomed in of this as well. Wait, what was that? It looks like... Wait, what? Do you guys see that? Can I move in a... Oh, it's... She's blinking. It's her eyelashes. Her eyelashes are moving through the mask. That is crazy. But yeah, I want to have it like that or something, you know. It might not be the thumbnail of the video. It probably won't. It most likely won't. But I like that face. Anyway, yeah, I was walking slow on purpose too. Let's go. Let's keep moving.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected.
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Oh yeah, like I was saying, Genshin needs more walking simulators like this. It's pretty fun sometimes.
But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there. Who's this?
Just act natural.
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest, then you will be held accountable by the Lawrence clan.
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
There you go. Schubert is a fool for trusting a stranger.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have time for this. Make way.
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine. You may proceed.
Thank you.
Continue with us. They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner.
I can't run.
We could determine a person's
I didn't notice
fate
that.
with the blink of an eye. And such glory will return to me again before
I didn't notice
long.
that. Dude, I've been literally like walking myself, like very slowly. I didn't know that you were locked in the walking mode. Yo.
Where have I seen this person before?
Yeah, didn't something like this happen before? When the Fatui stole the Holy Lyre, the Hamel, yes. Is this the same guy?
And who, may I ask,
I don't think it's the same guy.
We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have the word of the Lawrence clan.
Yikes. I'm gonna stay silent.
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in an outsider at this time. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been very active in Mondstadt recently.
That would be... Well, we're not... Wait, that is us.
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility.
He was literally talking about us.
With the proper mutual respect.
Because Amber is the outrider. We're the honorary Knight of Favonius, but we're technically the outlander.
The Knights of Favonius pay no regard to such details. They could never understand the intricacies of our etiquette.
And what about this thing?
Paimon. If only Paimon could, like, hide. Technically, I feel like that she can, but she's just always out.
You mean Paimon?
Like, Paimon is a dead giveaway for the, you know, recognizing the traveler. Like, you know, oh yeah, you know, The Outlander, the traveler with the floating fairy, the floating thing, the floating child.
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mondstadt possible?
Thank you, Schubert. Standing up for us. I really do appreciate that. Even though you're a fool, an idiot, but thank you for that.
Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the Knights of Favonius like dogs. You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend.
Dear friend.
You've offended their honor.
Wow, this guy's really sticking up for us.
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further inquiries. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses as promised?
Okay, so this is actually some dealings with the Fatui as well. It's in the Fatui's interests as well with Mondstadt. They're not exactly friends of our friends and whatnot. We know what they're up to.
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Basically selling information. They used a family name that's not looked down upon by the current civilization of Mondstadt because of what they've done in the past. And they're using them to get information out of them.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Wow. This guy's a bigger idiot than I thought.
Let me see. Why is it so poorly drawn? Everything's so squiggly and crooked. And what is this shape supposed to be?
Who drew this? Klee?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to carefully draw this map by hand myself. That shape is the symbol of the Knights of Favonius.
I see. Crude, but I can make do. Are you able to verify that this is all reliable information?
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence clan will fly above the Knights of Favonius headquarters. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence clan.
Interesting.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the details. We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain not to divulge our identity. There would be diplomatic consequences, you know.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. No one else will know of it. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of the Lawrence clan.
I gotta say, I'm enjoying this story quest more than I thought I would. Now, not just because of Eula, but, you know, it's very fun and interesting to learn about new characters as they go along. One story quest that I've actually was very surprised to actually enjoy very much was Tartaglia's story quest. That's a perfect example of it. With his brother, Tusser, I believe it was? His little brother, Tusser, believing that Tartaglia child is a toy seller and whatnot. So, you know, that was a very fun story. So this one is very... to be the most expressive as I can in saying this is very theatrical. Like, you know, the camera angles were on point. You know what I mean? And also the presentation of this. I'm actually into it. Like, very into it.
Perfect.
Look at this again.
Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
Very good use of the camera angles. Yeah, I think I know what's going on here, actually. This guy's an idiot. That's what it is.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly. That is all. For now.
And I'm pretty sure these members of the Fatui are not really answering to any big heads back from where they come from, Snezhnaya. I really do think that they're only using this opportunity to try to gain more notoriety over back at Snezhnaya, like, you know, telling them like, hey, look what we did in Mondstadt. You know how we were always stationed there and whatnot? Well, we brought back some information you might like. And, you know, it helps them gain that upper hand over this whole region and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. I'm pretty sure no one in Snezhnaya knows about what's happening here with the Fatui who were stationed in Mondstadt. That's what it is. That's what. It's just these guys acting of their own accord because they have something to benefit from if they actually bring results back with them. You know, like, hey, it's like, damn, you did this in Mondstadt? You actually took over? This is the defenses? We can go there and attack and basically take over? Because that's what they were... Remember, that's how they started in the prologue. The Fatui did come in while the Saritsa had her own plan to get Venti's Gnosis from him using her Harbingers, but there's also things happening behind the scenes in terms of diplomatic reasons and whatnot. So yeah, that's how it is. So at the end of the day, it's like they did something, and you would look at the report. It's like, wow, I didn't send you to go do that, but hey, we'll benefit from this. Good job, I guess, you know? Or I could just be overthinking that, and they'll just be like, you stupid, blumbering idiots, what have you done? Now our diplomatic relations with one of the... What have you done? You've ruined everything. It could go like that as well. I don't know. Let's continue.
Very well.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
The
jig is up.
That's right! It's the honorary...
Oh, that's it. We took off the mask.
Companion Paimon! We're here to crush your evil schemes into dust! Dust!
Dust! And breathe.
So this was all just a ploy to deceive me!
Schubert, you're an idiot.
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone based purely on their manners?
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh! We'll see about that!
What are you gonna do? What was your reaction, Fatui?
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted these foolish aristocrats.
Well, I guess your plans are foiled too.
No matter. We already have the intel we need. Get them!
I have a feeling that intel is not legit. Yeah. Because if you remember...
They're running off in different directions.
Okay, here... Oh,
Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
Alright, so they were actually preparing me because... that Electro guy can be annoying if I don't have Cryo. And the Pyro one can be annoying if I don't have Hydro.
Beg for mercy. Know my soul.
How did I... What? How did I freeze?
Ring cutter. Crush.
You can't run!
The door is open. Let's go.
Where are we going? We're going down here, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, Eula's here. Well, let me switch to my character.
Is that Eula?
Don't touch me! Get out of my way! I'll leave on my own!
Don't tell me she was actually following us. This almost seems like it almost mirrors to how Kaya did his before. How he had informants in the treasure hoarders and he baited us with a whole map and whatnot. And we went to there ourselves only to realize that it was just all his ploy to bring them all there so he could arrest them all. So I don't know if Eula had some prior knowledge to this, of what was going on, but I do still think that the information that the Fatui have is fake, basically. That's where I'm going with that.
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling with Fatui. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Things progress much faster than we anticipated.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you despised such pleasantries. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be taught to outsiders.
Once again, camera angles on point. That was very... It was so... Just gotta take it in. I'm not complaining, once again. I'm not complaining. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Camera angles are on point. Whoo! Anyway.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plans. It's all for naught now.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you are well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As a Knight of Favonius, I could not overlook your actions.
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you are a member of the Lawrence clan. You should strive to restore your family's glory.
Yeah, not happening. You can restore the family name, or rather, what's the right word for it? Like when a legacy has been so far stained, there is a word that you use. I forget, man. Forgive me about my vocabulary. I'm always reaching for words. I never try to intentionally bring out big words, but restoring the family name, bringing justice to your family name again by cleansing it, I guess is one way of saying it, you know, and for a brighter future. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for that.
You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave with me.
Schubert, do you really think that she's just gonna answer you and say like, oh yes, uncle, yes, yes?
Then I shall plead with the family to spare you and give you a new beginning.
Nah.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knights of Favonius?
Oh yes, say the thing, Eula.
I shall say this one last time. You are not a Knight of Favonius. You are a descendant of the Lawrence clan. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will of the family.
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
Maid?
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt and threatened its safety. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare lecture me?
Camera angles.
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family's incessant pursuit of it.
Sorry about inputting camera angles every now and then. I'll stop now.
But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom means to the people of Mondstadt. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
I know I said I wouldn't say it again, but my God. Gotta love it.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from our own family?
Grim, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong about that. My eyes have been very pleased playing through this. Again, I was never intending to play the Eula story quest now, but boy am I happy I did. I'm so happy.
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness and elegance seem to have gone out the window.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight and I have other matters to attend to.
I was sure she was gonna say her thing, you know, with the vengeance will be mine. Like, what? You're talking to me like that? Vengeance will be mine! Oh
Given
my
that
God.
you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some conclusive evidence?
Oh yeah, Paimon's a savage. For real, no doubt about that. I think I've caught the bug now. I feel like just saying vengeance will be fine after like every single sentence. Like, just imagine you're writing something in your notebook with your handy dandy pen, you know, just jotting down is like, oh, vengeance will be mine, just for dropping a pen. Or, you know, it's like I'm speaking into the microphone and by mistake I get a little too close and I kissed the mic. Vengeance will be mine. You know, I'm just saying. Oh my God. Now I gotta pick that pen up. I'm not doing that now. The Fatui are in possession of a diagram of Mondstadt's defenses. The Fatui are planning something terrible.
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the Knight's patrol routes and marked out key information about Mondstadt.
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. I never suspected he could stoop this low. So stubborn. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
She said the thing! She said the thing! She said the thing, yes! Oh man, wait, so those blueprints, whatever that thing, it was legit? I thought it was fake. I don't know.
Let's discuss this later. Our first priority is recovering that diagram.
I mean, for all we know, it could still be a fake, and it's just we don't know about it, and Eula doesn't know about it. But Jean probably has a hand in this. She probably planted the fake diagram. Let's see how this plays out. I gotta make sure to look through this area carefully, because usually they like to hide chests in these areas, but usually the chests won't have like, okay, we came in from there, I remember, and we walked all through here, so we have to go deeper, because he did go deeper. Deeper. What turns those off again? It's not this, right? Oh my god.
Body and mind.
No! That was close. That was close. That was close. I was just about to do the skill with him, but I don't think it's you. Yeah, it's not you. It has to be ice. Which is so strange. I guess ice to like power down the mechanism, but it powers on again after a while. You would think that you'd have to use water to put fire out, but hey, you know, it's MiHoYo's game, not my game, so.
They're here! Stop them!
Just you guys? That really hurt. I'd appreciate if you didn't do that anymore. There we go. Wait a minute. You still got me. Oh man, yeah, Geo works really well for you. Huh?
Rain outlines your... No, my sword!
Beg for mercy.
That's another thing that I would actually prefer the PC version over the PS4. I mean, a lot. The game runs very well on PC and on PS5 as well. So the problem is when I gotta switch characters, there's like a minor lag switching the characters, so I can't really, you know, I could be doing a good combo and whatnot, do a whole Geo thing, and I want to switch quickly and do something else. There's gonna be like a little awkward pause in between my switches and whatnot, you know, like, go hit him with that, hit him with that, bam. Then I gotta switch up and do the thing, you know, like you saw it earlier, I actually used his skill twice while trying to switch to Eula, and I couldn't because he was still, you know, just stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to bring up here and whatnot. So, you know, attacking. It's easier to change characters on the console when doing like normal attacks like that. You know? But on console, it's a little harder when you're doing skills. The transition is much more fluid on PC. Wait, is this where I gotta go? I don't even know. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, boy. The whole gang is here, huh?
Stabilize. Let's move.
Oh, it's this guy. Dang it.
This is order.
This is order.
Rain outlines your... Let me weave you a verse.
Oh, they're dead already? That's boring. You won't have any of that, please.
Crush! Shudder! More speed.
Oh, come on.
This quickly.
Oh, he still got me. Bastard.
Stabilize. Stay right.
Oh my god. Alright. How are we gonna do this? Let's start with this one first.
No, my sword!
Crush!
I think I got him with the next one.
Rack and ruin!
There we go. I was about to say, yo, what happened to his HP? Come on, get him already.
Shudder.
Reactivates that annoying shield again. It's just you, right? Oh no, we have Hydra over here. Wow, he let your partner die? What a selfish Hydro Fatui member. Okay, come on, man. Really have to go there?
Gather.
Thankfully I know how to deal with you.
Rain outlines your fate. Beg for mercy.
Oh, he couldn't reach it because his attacks are... Okay, I got it.
Blood of frost.
This probably won't do much because I have to break his annoying shield, but let's see what we can do.
Shudder.
I didn't mean to do that. This guy's in an awkward corner. Can you, like, get out of there?
Stabilize.
Beg for mercy.
Be gone!
Not breaking a sweat. This is order.
This is order! Got him. Alright. Oh, there we go.
Shudder.
I thought that was a ruin guard up here. Yo, I got so scared. Oh, an elevator activated. Okay. It's gonna come back down, right? It's gonna come back down, right? Okay. Alright, so what did we find out? That it was an elevator, so we can go up. Is it going to be... I'm not doing this just to look. I'm doing this to know where I'm gonna be going. Okay, here? Oh, behind us.
That's where they put the diagram.
Wait, is that the thing? Is that head the Lawrence clan's animal? This is their flag, isn't it?
Just here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to
Another
fight.
assassin. I keep getting hit. Don't worry though, I got you.
Beg for mercy. Shudder.
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them! You can't run from death.
Crush.
I mean, he just gotta teleport to me over here if he can do that. Or not, I guess. Oh, he did.
Shudder.
Whoa.
Vengeance will be mine.
Oh, she says it in her ult too? That's amazing.
Eye for an eye.
There we go. I know it's not a billion damage like people are doing with Eula, but my Eula so far is
This
the
must be
strongest
it.
character, thanks to
They
her
may very well have already made a copy of
artifacts.
it.
I still feel that it's fake. So let's see. Fingers crossed here.
But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking the city.
You're right about that.
The
Yeah.
Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed to with the help of a puppet, they could have spared themselves the trouble.
Yeah.
The
see where
Fatui
you're coming
are
from.
dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone.
Exactly. They wouldn't be working behind the covers like this if their goal was an open war. That would make sense. That's what I was
Anyway,
thinking too.
I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
By the way, why did you follow us here?
Oh yeah, you suddenly appeared at just the right moment.
Didn't she say before that she was tracking the Fatui when we first met her?
Yeah, about that.
So it's like she already knew.
Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier. I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the favor.
Oh, so... So getting the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses was your way of exacting your vengeance? That is... Yo, Eula, you gotta love her. Gotta love her.
Finally, after all this time, Paimon understands what you're saying.
Yo. You gotta love the character's uniqueness. I love this. I love this a lot.
In reality, you sense that something might happen to us during our investigation. You were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought a team to take a look.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story.
Oh my god, yes, I love that. I love that personality.
You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack for scheming. And mark my words, I'll remember that.
Oh yeah, I'll mark those words. Just like I've marked something else. Mentally. Yeah, if you know what I mean. You know?
Hey!
It's no biggie.
What do you mean Paimon doesn't look too bright?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Just you wait. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
So does that make us your arch enemies?
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius and take it from here.
Sure. Well, see you around.
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.
Okay, so it was completely unrelated. She just did it based on her character. I thought that she was related to this case from way before, because again, Fatui, or the chances. But it was that those were her targets, and we came in unknowingly and just defeated the Fatui. She's like, hey, come on. Don't steal that from me. I was going to take care of them. You know what? I know exactly how to get my vengeance. I'll do what they did to me earlier, which kind of didn't really help. Well, technically you did, because I have you in my party. But yeah, you know what I mean. Right, what goodies do we have here? Teachings of Resistance. Oh well, look, we get how many? One talent book. We get one talent book that we need for Eula. Very nice. I'd love to see that. Is there any chest in here that I should be concerned about before we leave? Besides the one that I just opened? Because I was kind of keeping my eyes peeled just in case. Oh, yes, there is. Look at that. Yeah. Every chest is a good chest. Glad I found that. And I think that's it. If there were others, I might have missed them, but I finally found that one. So yeah, I wonder if that's the symbol of the Lawrence clan. Because the lion is supposed to be Gunhilder. As they were originally known as the Lion Knights or something like that. I gotta get in touch with my lore again for the game. That one I'm still a bit scuffed, as you would say. Alright, let's finally get out of there. So we're not done, are we? Where's the quest? Wait, we're done? That was the ending? Okay, maybe I missed it. Yeah, maybe I was too focused on doing what I was doing, looking for that chest, that I didn't pay attention to when it said the end and to be continued of that act. Interesting. I guess that's it for this part of the YouTube video. Yeah, so you can catch the 1.6, what am I talking about? The Midsummer Adventure coming up soon after that. So, yeah. Hit like and subscribe. Look forward to more.